Hello, this is Yogeshwar again, and I'm back with another interesting topic today. And this topic of discussion today is on Kemdrum Yoga in Vedic astrology. Now, this yoga has not been mentioned by Sage Parashara's work, which has been compiled. And of course, Sage Parashara may have mentioned this in his ancient scriptures, but it is not found and compiled in his Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra. So we will assume that he has not mentioned that. However, recent astrologers, recent sages, and rishis, say about until 500 years ago or 1,000 years ago from now, have mentioned about Kemdrum Yoga. And this yoga is highly inauspicious. And the person born with this yoga will be extremely poor. Poverty, that's the key word here. He'll be poor all his life. Some astrologers say that people born with this yoga initially, they are not that poor. They can reach to some heights as far as money is concerned, and then all of a sudden they'll have a downfall. But most of the astrologers believe that no, starting from birth, the person will be extremely poor. Also, along with being poor, he will be roaming in long, far-flung places, and also he may be doing some unrighteous deeds, and other than roaming in far-flung places. And he may not get married, he may not have a wife, and he may not have a progeny. So everything negative will come up with a person born with Kemdrum Yoga. Now, how does this yoga form? This yoga forms when in a birth chart, moon is lonely. And when I say lonely, it means that there are no planets on both sides of the moon. That is, moon is situated in a zodiac sign, and the second from that zodiac sign will not have any planets, and the 12th from that zodiac sign will not have any planets. Now, this does not include Rahu and Ketu. We are talking about just the 7 planets here. So if a moon is situated and there is either Rahu or Ketu either in the second or 12th from it, it will still be considered no planet. So what we are saying that there should be no planets is when there should not be any planet on either side of the moon out of the 7 planets. And like I said, we'll not take into consideration Rahu or Ketu. So in this situation, what I just explained, that it's a complete Daridra yoga, and Daridra means poverty in Sanskrit. So people in this yoga, people who are having this yoga on the birth charts, are supposed to be extremely poor, and of course they may not be doing righteous deeds as well, and will be roaming around in far-flung places, not having a wife, be totally aimless, will be not close to their friends, or will not have rather friends or family around them. So everything negative, like I just mentioned. However, do not come to a conclusion. If you see a birth chart which has moon and no other planet on either sides, do not get confused, because he may not have Kemdrum Yoga, just because of the reason that the Kemdrum Yoga, or the Kemdrum dosha rather, gets nullified. And when does a Kemdrum Yoga gets nullified? Well, one of the conditions is in case moon is sitting in its sign of exaltation, which is Taurus, then it will not be considered Kemdrum Yoga, because it's happy, it's exalted. So the effects of Kemdrum Yoga is not going to be felt. That is one condition when Kemdrum Yoga does not apply. The other condition is that there may not be planets on either the second or the 12th from the moon, but where moon is situated, if there are any natural benefic planets like Venus, Jupiter, or Mercury sitting, then also the effects of Kemdrum Yoga will not be felt. Another condition where Kemdrum Yoga does not apply is that there are planets in Kendra from where the moon is. So say for example, if moon is sitting in a zodiac sign, see, are there planets sitting in either 4th, 7th or 10th from it? If there are, then the effects of Kemdrum Yoga is not going to be felt. And of course, we are excluding Rahu and Ketu in this case. In Kemdrum Yoga, do not consider Rahu and Ketu. Just imagine that they do not even exist and they do not have any influence over this yoga, Kemdrum Yoga, or rather dosha. So the second condition is in case there are planets in Kendra from the moon. Kendra is an angle house, which is 4th, 7th and 10th from moon. If there are planets sitting there, then Kemdrum dosha will not apply. Another condition when Kemdrum dosha will not apply is when moon itself is sitting in a Kendra. So look at a birth chart. If moon is sitting in either the 1st house or the 4th house or the 7th house or the 10th house, then Kemdrum dosha is not going to apply. Another condition is when moon, wherever it is, although there may not be any planets in the 2nd or the 12th from it, but it is aspected by Jupiter, then Kemdrum dosha will not apply. Why? Because as we know that when Jupiter aspects moon or is sitting with moon, then it's a good combination. It's another very, very auspicious combination called the Gajkesari Yoga. So in these conditions, the Kemdrum Yoga will not apply. But just like I said, don't come to a conclusion. Just look at a birth chart, and if you see moon is lonely, there are no planets on the 2nd or the 12th from it, and there is no planet where moon is sitting, do not come to a conclusion that it's got Kemdrum Yoga or Kemdrum dosha rather. Just check out these other conditions which I've just mentioned. If these conditions are there, if these combinations are there rather, then Kemdrum dosha will not apply. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will be back with another interesting topic. In the meanwhile, subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There's a link below, and I will see you soon.